Hello everybody, welcome back to another Vincent ASMR video. Today we're going to be doing a part 2 of my workout tips video. I already did the part 1. It didn't get too many views, but I saw it got a few likes, so I figured why not make a part 2, so let's get right into it. We covered the first 5 tips in part 1, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. They're not in any particular order, but if you want to check them out, then go for it. Okay, tip number 1, or tip number 6 technically. Don't try to impress people / try to find some friends to go with. So it can be easy in the gym, when you're first going, to want to try and lift, the heaviest possible weight. But that's not going to be very good for, what you're trying to do, right? If you're trying to lift heavy, you shouldn't go in there and lift heavy right away. You need to build up to it. As much as you might want to try and impress other people, to show them that you can lift a lot or whatever, it's just not worth it. Because honestly, if you're just lifting one rep really poorly on a deadlift or something like that, then it's not going to get you anywhere in terms of your fitness. You're just going to potentially strain your muscles and injure yourself. So, and kind of with that point, try and find some friends to go with, some friends, no judgment friends who, will be there, support you, push you to your limits healthily. Personally, I don't go with anyone to the gym. I kind of like to be in my own zone and in my own head, but I know a lot of people who do, so that's why I put it on this list. And yeah, I think it can definitely be a good thing when you're with your friends, that you got the group encouragement, and also it can hold you accountable for going to the gym. So on the days where you don't really want to go, people will force you to go because your friends are going. So yeah, so that's kind of the first tip. The second tip, it's more of an opinion rather than a factual based one, and it's don't tell people you've been working out. So it's kind of two sides to this. One side is you don't want to be that guy on Instagram or Snapchat that is always Snapchatting his workouts, especially when you're starting to work out. One of the best feelings will be when you're hanging out with someone or you'll just see someone briefly and they'll be like, oh, you've been working out or something, or you look good or whatever. And when you don't post that on Instagram and just let people naturally see that for themselves, then they're gonna, then it's gonna mean even more to you. It's gonna be even more of a genuine comment because they're seeing it rather than hearing it from you. And it's gonna be so much better that way, as opposed to, you don't want to be that guy on Snapchat and Instagram posting workout things every other day. Obviously, once you've gotten more into gym and stuff like that, you can post about it, but I think when you start, it's best to keep it low-key. Just personally, that's a complete personal opinion, so that way, people notice your results organically or authentically. So yeah, that's just my opinion. You can do whatever you want. Number 8 or 3 for this list, but 8 for the entire list, is safety first. Now this kind of ties into not trying to impress people. Safety in the gym is extremely important. I remember a few months ago I forget what I was doing. I think I was doing decline bench press or something. Anyways, I was next to the flat bench press station or the flat bench press rack, and one guy was trying to, I don't know if he was lifting too heavy or for too long, but spotting someone, you're not actually lifting that much, like 5-10 kilos probably. But yeah, I mean, it can really end badly, especially on those kind of lifts, the chest press kind of stuff. It can, or bench press. If you let that bar go down, it's gonna damage your ribs or your chest, or even affect your breathing, especially if you're lifting a lot. And obviously in a gym, someone's gonna notice eventually. But yeah, and that's also try and find some friends. Some people that can spot you in the gym if you're gonna do a lift that's a bit risky. On top of that, make sure you're breathing when you lift 100%. I remember doing a lot of shoulder press stuff, and I kind of forgot to breathe a lot of the time when I was first starting to do that. And once I'd be done with my lifts, I'd see like little black spots or little stars, which, is obviously okay in terms of like, you're not going to die or anything, but just, you want to make sure your body's always breathing and always like feeling good when you're working out. Keeping that safety first is like essential, I think, to having a good gym routine and not, risking your health in any way. So yeah, safety first. So ironically, safety probably should have been the first thing I put on this list. What's next? Learn to love the soreness. So I remember when I first started working out, I would get really sore and I couldn't go for like 3 days. Well, I couldn't go. I could, but it was like very painful. And I didn't really enjoy it. But now, probably after a few years of working out, I love that feeling of waking up the next morning and like certain parts of your body are sore. Obviously, like when you first work out, they're going to be the most sore. But as you go more and more, you can still feel the soreness if you're pushing yourself. But yeah, definitely learn to kind of love that feeling of like, you worked really hard yesterday, so this is like you strained your body a lot yesterday, so this is the repercussions of that. But like, that soreness is a sign of muscle growth. And a good tip to get rid of that soreness is to eat a lot of protein for muscle recovery. So if you have protein shakes or whatever, or you eat a lot of, I don't know what has a lot of protein, eggs or meat or whatever, chicken has quite a bit, then, that'll be good for muscle recovery and to stop some of that soreness if it is a lot. Typically when I do the leg day, I get insanely sore. Just because I haven't been working on my legs as long as I've been working out my upper body, so hopefully I'll get to the not as intense soreness one day with my whole body. Because I know what it's like to have that awful soreness where you literally can barely like function. But just know that it's, working out and getting your body into whatever goal or whatever state you want it to be in. It's a long process, but it's worth it. It's good for your health. It's good for your physical health, but also your mental health. For me at least, if I'm having like a stressful day, it'll feel good to go to the gym or whatever. So I kind of got sidetracked on that one. And then the final one is keep track of your progress. I think this is really essential in terms of a few things. So firstly, if you keep track of your progress, it will make you want to go to the gym on those days where you just don't want to go. And I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't take a lot of photos or keep a lot of track of anything when I first started working out. So I could have, because that way, and this is kind of leading to my second point, that way I could have like seen how far I've come. It feels really good to know that over a long period of time that you've actually been making gains. And when maybe you have like a month where you don't feel like you've been pushing yourself or anything, or you don't feel like you've gained anything, you feel kind of years ago of yourself and you're just like, whoa, like, I don't know, I didn't even have abs back then, or I didn't even have this, or my arms were so skinny, or whatever. You know, having that progress is really essential. I'd recommend, like, I don't know, keeping, like, obviously you don't want to take photos and then put them on your camera roll. It's a bit weird. You don't want anyone finding like, a bunch of, like, whatever, shirtless photos or whatever. But, you know, get one of those, like, photo vault apps and maybe, like, take a photo a week of you working out, you know, same lighting, same position, same room, whatever. And then you can kind of see the growth from that. And that way in like a year or two or whatever, even like 6 months, you'll be able to see some growth, which will kind of make you want to strive for more, you know. So sometimes I'll look back to photos from like 2 years ago and be like, whoa, I had like no shoulders, or like I had like no chest or whatever, and then now like I can like see a difference. You know, obviously I'm not jacked, but like I can see that there's definitely a difference. And I think it's really good for your mind to be able to see that difference, because sometimes, you know, you feel like you've accomplished nothing. You know, it's just human nature. So yeah, those are like my 10 tips, or 5 of the 10, for working out, for people that maybe have started, or people that are thinking to start working out, people that have just started working out, or people that are maybe like a few years into it. That's kind of what I've learned, at least. If you guys have any other tips, or maybe you want me to make a part 3, I'm sure there's some other things I could say. Obviously not too many, but maybe another 5. If you have any tips I forgot, leave that